Morning children, Sairam, how you have been? Hope you all have been really good. You all are safe at your home. So children, as you all know, we have finished chapter number 11. Now this is what our essay 1 syllabus was. So in your essay 1, chapter number 2, chapter number 4, chapter number 5, chapter number 7, chapter number 8 and chapter number 11 will come. So today we will start the revision. First of all, we'll take chapter number 2, that is the components of food. Now, in this chapter, we studied about the nutrients. What are nutrients? What are nutrients? The food that we eat generally consists of the chemical substances, and these chemical substances are known as the nutrients. Nutrients are the basic unit that provide us energy. So, and nutrients are the energy provider, we can say. They help our body to develop. So, what are nutrients? Nutrients are the food. Are the chemical substances present in a food. Now, there are different types of nutrient present in a food. These are carbohydrates, fats, vitamin and minerals, protein, water, and dietary fibers, or other we can say roughage. Roughage and dietary fibers are the same thing. So, what are there? Carbohydrate, fat, protein, vitamin and minerals, water, and dietary fibers, or the roughage we can say. So these are the types of nutrient that are present in a food. So one by one we will study about all of them. First of all, let's come to the carbohydrate. Carbohydrate are also known as the energy giving food. They are known as energy giving food as they provide energy to our body. They generally provide energy to our body, so they are known as energy giving food. They are of two types. First one is the simple carbohydrate and other one is the complex carbohydrate. As the name suggests, simple means that can be easily digested. So simple carbohydrates give us instant energy. They provide us instant energy, fast energy, and whereas the complex carbohydrates, they take time to give energy. So in simple carbohydrate, glucose come, and in the complex carbohydrates, food items rich in carbohydrate that comes. Now examples of these are the sources of carbohydrate. They are potato, wheat, rice, corns. These all are the examples of carbohydrate. Many more examples of carbohydrates are there, so I have written four for you. Now the test of starch or carbohydrate means if a food sample is given and we have to test whether it contains carbohydrate or not, how can we do that? So it is very simple. First of all, what we have to do, we have to take the food item, and in that food item we have to add water and the iodine solution. It is a chemical iodine solution we have to add in that food, and if the color of the food sample turns black and blue color will appear, means it contain carbohydrate, and if does not, then it doesn't contain carbohydrate. So for the test of carbohydrate, what is required? Iodine solution is required for the test of carbohydrates. Now let's come to the next one. Next one is the fats. So fats are also called energy giving food, means they provide double energy as compared to the carbohydrate, but we cannot eat them so much because they just preserve in our body. They uh, preserve in our body, and they form a layer of fat in our body, and if that fat layer will increase, we will come closer to the many disease like obesity is there, diabetes, high blood pressure, many more diseases are there that can cause due to the excess of fat in our body. But fat is very important. If you are thinking that we will not take fat, so it's not important, it's not good, because we should take at least small amount of fat in our body. Now fats form area under the skin and provide us warmth. We all know that in this winter season we eat so many dairy products or hot thing, because these form a layer of fat under our skin and we do not feel uh, this cold. Fats are obtained from both plants and animals, this we know. Sources of fat are butter, meat, egg, nuts, oil, mustard. Many are there. So they are sources of fats. Now let's come to the protein. Protein are essential for making the cells. So protein are very important for forming the body cells. Our body is made up of cells. So who makes the cells? Protein makes the cells in our body. And proteins are also required for replacement and repair of worn out cells. Means in the body, if some cells are damaged or they need repairment, so who do this work? Protein help them to replace or repair. Protein rich food are also known as bodybuilding food. Yes, so the food item that is rich in protein is also known as the bodybuilding food, because they help to form cell, and our body is made up of cells only, so it is also known as the bodybuilding food. Let's come to the next one. Now, sources of protein. We all know milk is the best source of protein. We can say milk is source of every nutrient in our body. So it is milk, groundnuts, eggs, meat. All these are examples of protein, sources of protein. Now, test of protein, we will say. Now, test of protein. For this, what we have to do? We have to take the food item, then copper sulfate solution and caustic soda. You can see CC is there. Caustic soda and copper sulfate solution and the food item, whatever is there. Now, if on adding these two items, the food sample color turns to violet color, means protein is present. If color is not changed, means other colors are formed, so it does not form the protein, means that sample does not contain protein. So for the test of protein, what are required? Copper sulfate and the caustic soda. Two things are required for testing the presence of protein in a food. Now vitamins, we'll come to the vitamins. Vitamins are required by our body in very small quantity. It is important for keeping us fit and healthy. They protect us from various diseases. So minerals are required by minerals, and vitamins and minerals both are required by our body in very small quantity, but they are very important for keeping our us healthy. Now first of all, we'll come to, there are mainly 12 types of vitamin. There are 12 types of vitamin known still now, so we'll study about some of them. So first of all, we'll come to vitamin A. It is also known as retinol. It is also known as retinol, as you can see here. So it is useful for our eyes and our skin. Our eyes, twinkling eyes and glowing skin. What is important? Vitamin A is important for that. And what are the sources of vitamin A? All the yellow fruits or vegetables, we say. Papaya is there, mango is there, pumpkin is there, milk is one of them. Okay, so as I told you, milk is source of every mineral, every vitamin, everything. So milk is all rounder. So it was vitamin A. Now vitamin B. Now vitamin B has four main: B1, B2, B3 and B12. B1, B2, B3, B12. So these are the types of vitamin. Four vitamins are there. They are required for normal growth of our body. Normal growth and development of our body, vitamin B is required. Now sources of vitamin B are green leafy vegetables, green vegetable, peas, eggs, cereal, tomatoes, all are the examples of vitamin B. Now vitamin C, it is also known as ascorbic acid. It is also known as ascorbic acid. As I have written, ascorbic acid. It is also known as ascorbic acid, and it help our body to fight against disease. Yes, it help our body to fight against disease. As in this pandemic, we all know that we should improve our immunity. We should increase our immunity. And how we can do that? By eating the citrus fruits. Yes or no? By eating the citrus fruits or citrus things, we can increase our immunity. Now, so vitamin C is present in these citrus fruits, or we can say in the citrus fruits, vitamin C is present. As we know, amla, green chilies, all the citrus fruits like Orange, lemon, tomatoes, all these contain vitamin C, that is ascorbic acid, and so they are very helpful to fight against disease, or they increases our immunity. So that's why we should take more and more of vitamin C to protect ourselves from the coronavirus. Okay. Now let's come to the next one. It is vitamin D. It is also known as calciferol. It is also known as calciferol. It helps our body to use calcium for strong bones and teeth. Means vitamin D help our body to use calcium inside our body for the strong bones and teeth. Now sources of vitamin D are milk, butter, liver oil, egg, and the sun. You all know the natural source of vitamin D is sun. Sun rays are very good source of vitamin. So we should take at least take half an hour. Half an hour is okay. Half an hour the sun rays. We should sit under the sun for half an hour a day. That will also increase our immunity. Now vitamin E, it is tocopherol. It is also known as tocopherol. It is essential for general fitness and good skin. What is required for good skin? Vitamin E is required for good skin and the fitness also. So fitness and good skin together. So what's that? Vitamin E is there. So you should take vitamin E. Sources are whole grains, green leafy vegetables, nuts. All these are examples of vitamin E. Almond is there, walnuts are there, many more. Now let's come to the vitamin K. Vitamin K, it helps in clotting of blood. It helps in blood clotting and sources of green leafy vegetables. Its name is phyloquinone. It is known as phyloquinone. Its name is phyloquinone, and it is helping the clotting of blood. So you must have seen when you get hurt, a blood is that blood stuck on that place. Yes or no? So that is clotting of blood, and it is due to the presence of vitamin K in our body. Now let's come now see, this one is also important. Vitamin B and vitamin C are water soluble vitamins. Vitamin B and vitamin C together are water soluble vitamins, and vitamin A, D, E and K are fat soluble. Water soluble means they are soluble in water inside the body, and these A, D, E and K are fat soluble. They are dissolved in fat inside the body. Now let's come to the mineral part. Minerals are important elements required for maintaining the good health and overall well-being of our body. Some important minerals in our body are iron, calcium, iodine, sodium, phosphorus, potassium, fluorine and magnesium. These are the important minerals that are required by our body. Let's study about them. So first of all, iron. Why iron is important? For forming the red blood pigment. It is important for forming the red blood pigment called hemoglobin in our body. So iron is important for forming the hemoglobin in our body, in our blood. Calcium, it is required for developing healthy bones and teeth. For healthy bones and teeth, what is required? Calcium is required. Next one, phosphorus. Phosphorus is for teeth, healthy bones and teeth. Healthy bones and teeth, phosphorus is there. Iodine is required for normal functioning of body and growth also. Potassium is required for building muscles and maintaining the normal body growth. Sodium is essential for proper functioning of muscles and nerves. Fluorine are required for maintaining the general health and bones and teeth. Fluorine also help in bones and teeth. Magnesium is important for proper functioning of heart and the muscles. Magnesium is required for heart and the muscles, both the things. Now let's come to the next one. Food rich in vitamin and minerals are called protective food. Yes, food items that are rich in vitamin and minerals are known as the protective food because they protect our body. Yes or no? Now let's come to the balanced diet. What is the balanced diet? The diet that contain all the nutrient, all the different types of nutrient, carbohydrate, fats, protein, vitamin, minerals, water, dietary fibers. A food item that contain all these minerals are known as, all these vitamins are known, is known as a balanced diet. A diet that contain all. A food item cannot contain all these types of vitamins, all these types of nutrients. So a diet, proper diet means if meal, a meal that you are taking, so if your meal is containing all these types of and these nutrients, means that is a balanced diet. Balance means all things should be labeled, means you cannot take excess of fat and you are not taking carbohydrate, or you are taking just fruits, no protein is there, no vitamin is there, no carbohydrate. So we should take all the things in right quantity, so that is a balanced diet. Now, if we will not take balanced diet, then what will happen? So, a disease will be caused that will be known as the deficiency disease. Means if we will not take any of the nutrient in the right quantity, that will cause a disease known as the deficiency disease. So, what is deficiency disease? The disease that is caused due to lack of any nutrient in our body. So different types of disease are there. Now for few I have written for you, and few you can see in your textbook only. So protein, due to the lack of protein in our body, a disease is caused, that is kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor, Kwashiorkor, kwashiorkor. Okay, kwashiorkor or kwashiorkor, some pronunciate is kwashiorkor, 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 you can say. Protein and carbohydrate marasmus. When protein and carbohydrate both are there, protein, lack of protein, lack of carbohydrate, that will cause a disease known as marasmus. It is marasmus, M-A-R-A-S, M-U-S, marasmus. That is caused due to the lack of protein and carbohydrate. And single protein, if you have deficiency of protein, it is kwashiorkor, and protein and carbohydrate, both the things, then marasmus. Okay. The vitamin A, so disease caused by vitamin A is night blindness. Disease caused by vitamin B is beriberi. B for berry, B for vitamin B, and B for beriberi. You can learn it like B for vitamin B and B for beriberi. So vitamin B, beriberi. The next one is the vitamin C. Next one is the vitamin C, and vitamin C is scurvy. Vitamin C and scurvy, SC. C is there and C is there. So scurvy. Vitamin C, scurvy. Vitamin D, it is rickets. Vitamin D, it is rickets. And more, it is a table is there after chapter number 2 in your books. You can, this table, please go through this table and you will be able to study or know about different types of diseases caused by calcium, and iodine is there, and many more, iron is there. Okay, so you have to go through that also. So hope you understood the chapter very well, and we will soon be having a online session of this chapter, and in that I'll ask questions from this chapter and you have to answer. So be prepared with this chapter. Okay, till then, Sai Ram and take care.